be this, or should I put something else on it?
Well, what will happen if you search for something? Does it work?
Well, okay, so this is like a link somewhere in my thing. It comes up. Ooh, that's not right. Why does it look like that? Okay, I don't know why this page looks like that, because whenever I'm actually on the page, it looks like this.
Because it's pulling the search page template.
Oh, okay.
And
So
the search page template, you have different code in it that is not, that it's displaying it differently.
okay.
But can you just search for? How come it's pulling up all those as results?
I don't know, because it should only pull up like this. Well, I guess this is the link that I was searching for. So I guess it just pulled up the whole page.
Well, first of all, I would put the search in your header or something like that so that you can have the search accessible from every single page.
Okay.
Or maybe at the, I don't know how, I guess it's fine the way that you did it.
This is just the way that the code, I guess, makes it. It's like a separate page. Or those instructions that you sent.
Well, you built a search page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that code that you used for that search page, so did you put this search box and everything in the page
No.
content?
Let me pull it up. So let's see. Oh, my mouse stopped working.
Search page.php.
Yeah. And so this is just what I put in. This is just, I followed the directions that you sent me, and this is what it had on there. I basically just copy and pasted it. And then I typed this in there, but it didn't show up.
Because I'm not sure. Hang on one second. Okay, let me see how I've done this. I don't remember.
Okay.
One second. Gosh, I didn't do. Where would I have done this? I'm trying to remember.
Is there a plugin I could just use, like in WordPress?
Possibly. I just have to refresh my memory about what I did.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay, Kate, what I want you to do is you need to create a search.php page.
Okay.
Where did I do this? Oh, maybe I did it here. Hold on, let me see. No, I didn't do it there either. I guess I don't know. I know I've done this before, but I can't think of a project where I did this. No. Okay, let me look one more place. Hmm. Well, you're going to need a search.php page, and that function that you have calls calls that page and somehow displays results. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to create a sample for you
Yeah.
myself because, you know, I mean, you can't just like you have to kind of like understand what you're doing in order to like, you can't just copy and paste it. You need a search.php template.
Okay.
So search page.php, I don't know where, I don't think that's being pulled at all.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we try something really quickly? Why don't you take, why don't you take single.php and do a save as, and save it as search.php. Okay, now add this to your theme.
I just
Oh,
added
wait, do
it.
one thing, do one more thing.
Okay.
Where it says div ID, or where it says h1 php, the title, after the h1, after the closing h1, so over after the closing h1 tag,
Oh, over here.
just write, this is a search result. So we want to see if this page is going to be pulled. Okay, so just save it. Now go ahead and upload it and add it to your theme.
Okay. Where would it be?
Well, wherever you saved the file, you just need to upload it. And aren't you
Yeah.
saving your theme file somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, I uploaded it onto.
Oh, okay. So then go ahead and put something in your search box
Okay.
and hit search. So now this is pulling the search page.
Okay.
But why is it showing every single thing? I have no idea why.
Me either.
Oh, because is this all one post?
It's just, yeah, it's all page content, like on this page.
Because it's pulling all of the page content, I think.
Okay.
So what I would do if I were you, do you have an archive.php page?
I should, yeah. Well, no, maybe I don't.
Okay. So what I want you to do is save this as save as archive.php.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go into and then upload this.
Okay.
Now go into your dashboard. And go into pages. And then click on lessons. All right, we want to split this. What? You are editing the page that shows your latest post.
I've never seen that come up before.
Where are your posts?
On lessons.
No. Wait, go to posts. Where did you put that content that has all of those resources?
Oh, it's just on the page.
Right. Okay. Edit the page.
On this page.
All right. Now select all and cut or copy. And now let's go to posts. Okay, now let's create a new post. And this paste everything into the body. And now cut everything except, why do you have 1/4 there? What does that do?
It's a plugin that makes like columns on the page.
Okay, so cut everything out. No, leave MobiMax, but cut everything else below it after the closing of 1/4.
Okay. Wait.
No, you lost your closing tag for 1/4. Undo that. Okay, now go to the next 1/4. Now cut everything out after that.
Okay.
All right, now let's make the post title. Call it MobiMax. And then categorize it. Let's create a new category. Got a category. And name it lessons. And click add new category. All right, now go to your posts and say add another post. So save this, publish it. Now add another post. And now paste everything down there. Cut everything off below it. And this is JB Math page and put it in the lessons category. Okay, now do this with the other two too, okay?
Okay.
Keep going.
These aren't actually on the lessons page. Well, they're not lessons, they're under the practice page. So should I change this category name to practice?
We'll do it in the category editor later. Keep going.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
All right, now what you've done is when you have content that's all within a category, you want to keep them as posts and then put them in the same category. Now let's go to, so you don't want this category to be called lessons. What do you want it to be called?
They were on the practice page, so.
You want it to be called practice?
Yeah.
Okay, so go to categories under posts, up, down. There you go, categories. Now click on lessons and edit that. And you're going to change it to categories or practice or whatever. And then change that to practice. And then hit update. Now, where you have your menu bar, go to your menu bar. Wait, how did you edit? How are you editing your menu bar?
It should be in my header.
Oh, okay, got it. Great. No, but see, it's going to be editable. See where it says PHP WP nav menu? I think it's under, so go back to the WordPress. So go under, go back to your dashboard and go into appearance and then customize and click on menus and click on main menu. Okay, so practice, instead of being a page, change that, click on that, and we're gonna make that, wait, do you see where it says page on practice to the right of practice?
Mm-hmm.
You click on that, or that arrow. Okay, go to add items. And we're gonna make this a category. Click on categories. And then click on practice. Okay, so now this is a category link. Now now go over to your left where you have a link to practice and it's a page. Delete that. Now bring practice up to where you want it. No, over on the left. So, no, wait, Kate, go to your left. Delete the bottom two practices. Okay, now drag practice into the spot where it was before. So now instead of linking, and then you probably want to delete that invalid page thing. So now it's linking to a page that's going to show all of the posts that are in the category called practice.
Okay.
So now let's go back, save and publish. Okay, now let's go back and look at your site. Now you click on practice. And so you need to style this.
Okay.
Because the archive page is, it's kind of doing some weird things. It's like pulling in, you don't need to show the date. You don't need to, why is it saying this is a search result?
Because I copy and pasted that one.
Oh, I see.
I just
So
need
go
to
back to archive. Whenever you're looking at a category list, it's being dictated by the styling of the archive page. So you want to get rid of this as a search result, and you don't, anything on H4, between H4, you don't want that. And so we just want to show the content. And if you don't want the sidebar, do you want the sidebar or not?
Probably not.
Okay, then delete the sidebar. Now let's see how it's going to look. Okay, refresh your, yeah, there you go. Okay, so we don't necessarily want that HR between results, that the line, the hard return.
Yeah.
So what I would do is, what I would do is go back to your archive page. I would delete that HR before end while. Down, line 10. And then what I would do is we want to okay, we'll go ahead and save it, see what happens here now. I'll upload it. Okay, it is still kind of a wonky layout. So what we want to do is, okay, let's add a little bit of styling. I think we can cheat this. Here's what I would add to So do you see where it says div ID equals post content?
Mm-hmm.
After the quote, put your cursor in there and make some spaces. And then let's try this. Style equals,
Over here.
just copy and paste what I write. Put that in there.
In here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you might want to bring that bracket that's gone down, bring it back up. There you go. Okay, I think that the P tags are kind of making it push down a little bit. So what I would do, go back to your code there. And do you see how there's P tags around the content itself?
Mm-hmm.
Take those out.
It moved up a little bit.
How is it doing that? Add this. Into, so you can see, this is just for testing purposes. No. Put it before the end of the quotes. There you go. Yeah, in there. Yeah, interesting. Why is it doing that?
Is it those
Oh,
1/4 tags?
you know what? Go back to oh. Yeah, I would take those out of the posts because that's kind of messing with the styling. Take those out of the posts.
Okay.
And go to the text version. Go to text. Is there any other? Yeah, take all that out. Let's just try it with 2 and see how that affects your the look of it.
Okay.
Okay, go back and let's preview your page. So which ones did you do it on?
This, I don't know. Let me look real quick. It was the first 2. A+ math and AAA math. These 2 here.
Okay, go back into I still would clean that up.
Okay.
But can you go back into your code for a sec?
Yeah.
Let's do you see how the H1 with the title is sitting outside of the div? So you said H1 PHP the title. Take all of line 5 and put it after line 6. And so we put the H1 inside of the div. And you can get rid of the red color. So delete that last little part with the background color. And you need a quote. Okay, save that and let's upload it and see how it looks. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
So if I wanted to add like a third one over here.
Well, actually, these are pretty small, you know, so why don't you go back to, why don't we make each column 30%? So go back to your Dreamweaver area. And instead of saying that, you know, see where it says width is 45%, make it 33%.
I am going to add quite a few more.
Right. Well, as long as you keep everything the same size in this particular category.
Okay.
And why is it not doing the third one? Why is it wanting to? Oh, it might have to do with the column thing that you have.
Oh, okay. Should I get rid of the rest of those?
Yeah, go see go see if that's screwing it up. Do you understand the difference between a page and a category?
Yeah, I think I do.
So anytime you have like content that can be, that is like morsels of content, you know, that are all in the same category,
Yeah.
then you want to just make them a post and put them in the same category, and then you link to the category.
Okay.
Now we've edited the archive.php style page to work with this particular category. If you do other ones like this, you may need to create two different archive templates, archive.php. Why is it wanting to do that? Can you go back to the Dreamweaver code? I think this has to do with the parent. Oh, I see what's going on. It still thinks that there's, okay, so what I would do, let me see, name. Do you where it says ID is equal to content, line 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna do you see where on the next div where we've added style width is 33% float left?
Mm-hmm.
Take that style equals blah, 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 take that extra part that we added, copy it, and add it into the content area.
Inside the quotes or?
No, outside the quotes,
Okay.
between the last bracket, and give it a space. And where the width is, say 100%. And you can keep the float left, it's not gonna matter. Okay, so save that and upload it. I think it's not, the way that the styling for the content div is, the default styling for the content div is not 100% because it was accommodating the sidebar, but we got rid of the sidebar, so we told them, that didn't make much of a difference.
No.
Why does it want to go to, it doesn't want to, I don't know. Go back to your, I don't know. I have to mess with it a little bit more in person.
Okay.
I think it's fine for now. It's not horrible. I would take out that width is equal to 100% because it created a scroll bar.
Just the whole thing that we just did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so when you go to, did you get the welcome message to pull in that specific post on the homepage?
Yeah, I did. Except it's on here, there's this big white space, but when I pull it up like on a different screen, sometimes it'll like cover her face, sometimes it'll be further over. It's like I don't know how to get it to where it looks good on all size screens.
Can you go to your index.php page?
Okay.
Do you have a home.php page?
No. I have a front page.php.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. How did you set up this page?
I just did it in the page on WordPress. Should I be doing everything on the coding?
No. But what did you name this page? Go into
Um,
your dashboard.
Home on here. Yeah, I just
Oh,
have it on here.
okay. Can you click edit?
I have that plugin again, which I guess is maybe throwing things off.
So I'm not familiar with that plugin. So when I suggested pulling in a particular post, I was thinking that you were going to call that post in the code, which is the way I've done it before. That
Oh,
might be causing a problem for you. So I would just go ahead and go back to what you were doing before, where you have the content actually in there.
okay.
Because I think that maybe I might be causing a problem pulling the post in there.
Okay.
There's no reason really to pull the post in when you have all of the content for the homepage just right there that's editable anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that might clear up your problem.
Okay.
So what else are you having trouble with?
Let me go back. Just the search, I guess I need to figure that out.
Well, wait, go to search again. And then type in one of the resources, Mobymax, and search. So it's pulling up both because you have it on
on a
so it's
page.
working. It's actually working. So you have it on the practice page. So kill your old practice page right now, and you'll see that if you do a search, it would have just pulled up that particular post.
Oh, in here.
Mm-hmm. You don't need that old. So
This.
now, yeah, you want to trash it. Now, if you do a search,
Okay. Cool.
so that's all controlled by the search.php template. So you'd obviously want to delete this is a search result, and I don't know if you want the date of the post to show up, and I don't know if you want that HR, that
Okay.
line. But on your search page itself, yeah, it looks a little weird that it's just like tiny. So
Okay.
you might want to just go in and edit the page and put some white space in there, maybe a little message. You might want to wrap it in a p tag to push it over a little bit or something.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But now you're seeing the advantage of having broken down those individual components into posts, because when you do a search, it's not pulling a whole page, it's pulling that specific post.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that make sense? And I would suggest setting the lessons up in a similar way.
Okay.
So that means that you're going to create a whole bunch of posts that you categorize as lessons. And then when you create the link, instead of going to the lessons page, you're going to go to the lessons category.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Kate, you've learned so much.
Yeah, I think that clears it up a little more.
Good.
I'm still a little confused on how to like add more over here to the right.
Well, I think this is a styling problem, and it's just one of those
Okay.
things where I would actually need to like work on your code. So maybe you can come in person, and it would be easier for me to mess with it. Or
Yeah.
why is it so? I mean, I really just need to work on your code and try to figure it out. But
Okay.
if you create more blog posts, if you create more posts and put them under practice, they'll show up right there.
Okay.
So try going through all of them and getting rid of that that column 4 thing that you had. I don't know if
Okay.
you went through all of them. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Just these ones, yeah.
So I'm not sure why it's not putting it there. I could figure that one out. I just need to be able to mess with your code a little bit.
Okay. I could probably come in next week because I don't have many sub jobs. So
Okay, and then under class forms, the same kind of thing. I mean, you could if you wanted to be able to search for an individual form,
yeah.
well, then I would put them all in posts. If they're PDFs or whatever, save each one as a PDF within a post, and
Okay.
then people could search for them.
Okay. Yeah, I
Makes
can
sense.
do that. I think other than that, I should be good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna end the broadcast and then call you back with the interface design. I mean, the information architecture group in case anybody wants to jump on.
Okay.
Okay, call you right back.
All right.